What would you do for a mushroom brie?
I mean, gee, just about anything. Mushroom brie is my favorite.
I would eat soup.
Rip!
I would adopt 2 kids, take care of them 18 years, send them off to college, pay for college fully, get a sponsorship from Ron. Thank you, Ron. And then, hopefully I would get mushroom brie. You know, God would bless me.
I would do a lot of somersaults, like a lot of them.
Bake some pies.
I would probably actually run the race for the arts rather than stroll.
I would stop eating dining hall red velvet cookies for an entire week.
I would get a
Mushroom brie, yeah!
Everything. Absolutely everything. I would not go a day without that bowl of soup.
I would run out of camp and get you cowlick for free.
Oh my God, I love that. It's my favorite soup. I like to put like little pieces of egg matzo into them.
I would cancel tomorrow.
What wouldn't I do?
I would take off my winter beanie, and I do not take off my winter beanie.
I would force Ryan to make it all the time.
We'll go to the chef himself and beg for it at this point, if that's the case.
I would learn the oboe.
Absolutely nothing. I don't like mushroom brie.
Okay.
You give me white cheddar broccoli, anything.
I would eat leaves.
It's gonna be good.
Well, I don't eat soup other than Frenchwoods.
I would stop wearing my Crocs.
I would start a troop with my work husband, Colbert Trainer, in 2017.
For a mushroom brie, I would drive the 11 hours and 56 minutes all the way to Frenchwoods from my current location. Have fun, you guys. Love you, Soup Troop.
Hello, everybody. My name is Danny.
And I'm Danny, and welcome to
Soup Troop Online. Woo-hoo. We are so excited for this episode, you guys. So we first have to welcome anyone who has never been to Soup Troop before. Welcome. We are so excited to have you. What is Soup Troop, you may wonder? Well, Soup Troop was founded by Danny and I and my work husband, Colbert Shaner, at Frenchwoods Festival for the Performing Arts in 2017. We thought that there was not a inclusive space to talk about the soups being served, you know, for our daily lunches. And, you know, when we created this said space, we had an overwhelming response. And because of the coronavirus pandemic, we decided to go online. And we have been interviewing 24 episodes of amazing guests. And we are so excited to be doing that.
So, Danny, I have a quick question for you.
Go for it.
Valentine's Day being tomorrow, I want to ask you, what soup would you ask to be your Valentine? And what Valentine's Day gift would you give said soup?
That's a great question. So for those of you who are fans of the show, you know that my favorite soup of all time, my Valentine, if you will, is mushroom brie. It's not broccoli cheddar. It's the same concept, but it's brie cheese and mushrooms. It's phenomenal. It will always be my Valentine. What gift would I give it? That's a great question. I mean, I think that a soup as creamy as a mushroom brie would feel honored if it could sit and live in a bread bowl for a little bit. I don't think that's not a usual combo for the mushroom brie as it is with the broccoli cheddar. So I think I would gift it a nice warm bread bowl.
That is beautiful.
You. I have to ask the same of you though. What is your soup Valentine, and what are you gifting this Valentine?
So everyone out there knows that my favorite soup is broccoli cheddar, but I have a soup that I had the other day that is near and dear to my heart. It was a Mexican street corn chowder from the University of Hartford dining hall. And let me tell you, it was one of the best soups I have ever had in my entire life. It was so delicious. So I think that I would give this soup my love, and it would be my Valentine. And the gift that I would give it is some nice oyster crackers. Boom.
Boom. That was good. I did get a text from her saying, like, in all caps, like, best soup of life. You must try Heart Daniel's soup. But so then I had a plan to go to Stop and Shop and get some corn chowder, and then I was gonna like make it the Mexican street, but I forgot.
All right.
is what it is. We are so excited for this episode. I have never fangirled more over guests than I did before the stream started. So we are first so excited to welcome Mr. Erick Lopez. We are so excited. He was Hector in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on the CW and now streaming on Netflix. He was in Faking It, Shameless, Switched at Birth, Surviving Jack, and so many other things. So please welcome Erick Lopez.
Hi!
Oh, hey guys, sorry, I was just making my arms a little silky smooth, you know. That's the secret, you know, lotion up every hour. That's the secret.
Welcome to Soup Troupe. We're so happy to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here, guys.
Thank
Ready
you
to
so
talk about
much for
soup?
coming. Yeah, soup. So our first question that we like to ask all of our guests is, what is your favorite soup memory?
Wow, favorite soup memory. I would have to say it has to be whenever I was sick. You know, you're most vulnerable, so anything that you have is just like 10 times more, and you're so much more grateful for it. I remember my favorite soup memory was probably getting chicken noodle soup and being told to put crackers on it. That was the first time I learned to do that. And I was like, oh, look at little saltine crackers, you know. Changed my life.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful memory. So we here at Soup Troupe are huge fans of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. We need to know, firstly, what was your favorite musical number to shoot out of the 4 seasons? And then, if there was a musical number, you know, centered around soup, what would it be about? Which characters are singing it? Where is it taking place?
I mean, my favorite, first of all, my favorite one was the Where's Rebecca bunch. That was so much fun, like to shoot. Just everything was so, yeah, it was big, and the costumes were so awesome, and then the set decoration, everything was great. So yeah, that was definitely the favorite one there. And then if there was, what was the second question? If there was like a soup number, a musical number?
Yes, in the context of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, what is the soup importance in this episode, and who is singing this song?
Ooh, yeah, I would say it has to be Pete Gardner. It would have to be Daryl, because his mustache. It would have to be a song about soup getting in his mustache, like pieces of getting in his mustache. And all the hair, all the things he has to do to like clean it, afterwards. So it's almost like I love you, but I hate you. And then it would be like tied in somehow with like the same, like a soup that's too hot and but you still like it. So it'd be like a lot of like love and hate. So yeah, I'm trying to think of the soup that would go with it. Maybe like a tomato bisque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to run this idea through Pete.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to ask him about it. Wouldn't it be crazy if we could ask him about it? Who knows?
Who knows?
Foreshadowing, I don't know her. All right, next question.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your podcast, Erick Lopez Explains. Could you please tell us a little bit about this? And what is the biggest piece of advice that you wish somebody told you before you started to pursue your career and started doing podcasts and things like that? And if you could make an episode explaining one soup, what soup would you explain?
All right, thank you so much for that. Yeah, Erick Lopez Explains. It came about after I was able to get on a few shows and learn a little bit more about the industry. And I went back to my old high school in Texas because I wanted to share the knowledge. I felt like whenever I was in high school and even college, I was like, I know what I want to do. I wish I knew kind of like what it's really like out there and some of the business stuff that's going on and some behind the scenes stuff that people don't usually talk about. So I wanted to cover that. So I created the podcast. And yeah, it's been really cool to hear like random people to, get like emails and just say like, hey, this has helped me out, or to like have questions. And then I'll usually like email them back and stuff. So it's always great to communicate with the community of actors and everything, because we're all in this together, right? Just like in the High School Musical. But yeah, and the second question, what was the other question?
If you had any advice that you wish you had known before you started, what would it be?
I wish I knew how crazy it was to dive into. I think ignorance is bliss, because it's so, there's so many things to think about and to know with just the little things you have to do for yourself and for your business, and to know about the industry and for auditioning and being on set. There's so many things, and I was just what, I'll figure it out on the way. But if I would have known all that in the very beginning, it probably would have scared me. So yeah, hopefully I can present things in a way where it's not scary, because once you kind of get to know a little bit more, then you're like, oh, okay, that's a lot of information, but I can handle it.
Oh, I love that. And if you could explain a soup, what soup would you explain?
I would explain chicken tortilla soup, because there's some intricacies there. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's different ways to make it. Really cool soup to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to enter the portion of our episode where we are going to introduce our Q&A. If you have questions for Erick Lopez, leave them down in the comments below. We will try to get to as many of them as we can. This first one comes from Kendall Julia, who says, if you were to invite a guest soup to be interviewed on your podcast, which soup would you invite and why? That's similar.
That's pretty similar. I guess I'll change it up. I won't do chicken tortilla. I'll go for minestrone. Minestrone. How would you guys? Minestrone? Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. We only have time for one more question, and it's, again, a similar question to what we asked. It's from Abby Gluck, who says, if you could write a Crazy Ex-Girlfriend musical number. Danny, I'm glad to hear that we have gotten into the minds of our viewers, finally. About soup. What would it entail? So, okay, I'm going to take the entail part. So we know that it's Pete Gardner. We know that it's a tomato soup, a creamy tomato soup. What would it entail? Why is he enjoying this tomato soup?
I think it would be mostly about the fact that tomato bisque, it's so simple, but it's so good. But you wish it had more, but you also think it's perfect, So there's that whole tug of war thing, the hot and cold, and the I love you, but I hate you kind of thing. Yeah.
Would there be any grilled cheese?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely grilled cheese.
Okay, a question just rolled in, so I will ask it. It's from Adi Arbdal, who says, I like your hat a lot. If you were to wear a soup bowl as a hat, what kind of bowl would it be and why?
A soup bowl. Like a bread soup bowl?
It could be a bread bowl.
Yeah, then I would do a bread bowl. A bread bowl, of course. So you can just constantly be snacking.
You need one of those straws that come down and you can sift soup inside.
Yes, that is the merch. That's the Soup Troupe merch right there.
There it is.
All right, that is all the time we have for questions today. So thank you so much again, Erick, for coming on our show. This was lovely, and we were so happy to have you.
It was great being here, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Well, everyone at home, please join us in giving Erick Lopez a 1, 2, 3.
We're here for you.
I'm here for you guys too. All right.
We'll see you soon. That was Erick Lopez. You simply must follow him on all of the social medias at Erick V. Lopez. We are so excited to see what he does, COVID, pandemic, and beyond. And you have to catch him on Call Your Mother on Hulu. There are episodes already out, and there are episodes that are going to be streamed very, very soon. What a whirlwind this is. So we are very excited to introduce our next guest of Soup Troupe Online, Mr. Pete Gardner. He was, of course, Daryl Whitefeather in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, but he was also in Man Camp, which was just released, The Hangover, Barry, and so much more. So please give it up for Pete Gardner.
What's up? Pete's in the soup house.
Woo!
Oh.
Woo, 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 woo.
Welcome
This
to
is such a dream. I
Soup.
have to tell you guys right off the bat, this has been such a dream of mine to actually be on the podcast. This is not a podcast. This is a streaming event or something, right?
Yeah,
It's just
so
been a
much.
dream. It's always been a dream. So I'm so glad to see you guys live.
We are so happy to have you here. Likewise.
Oh, it's my
Our
it's
dream-
life dream.
It's life dream to have you here. So welcome to Soup
Really?
Troop.
What is behind you? Is that like a quilt?
Me?
Yeah.
A bunch of records. I paint records.
She does.
That's so cool. I love it. Have you ever
Woo!
thought about making it a quilt?
A quilt. That sounds lovely. I would love to make a quilt. I'll make a soup-based quilt.
See, yeah, with all the little labels. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
That's
Amazing.
gratis. You can just use that if you want.
Amazing. Thank you. We'll obviously include you in the copyright.
Oh, bless you.
Amazing. So welcome. Our first question that we like to ask all of our guests is, what is your favorite soup memory?
God, there's so many. I guess I'd have to go with my all-time favorite, which would have been not too long ago. I went camping with some buddies of mine, and we went. And one guy was thinking he was going to do a little vegan thing, so he wasn't going to have any. And I made some stew. Now, does stew count as soup?
Yes, it's in the
Okay.
family. It's in the
It's in the soup
It's
family.
a family tree. A
And
distant cousin.
oh, good. Well, yeah, like a cousin. First cousin though.
Okay.
But I made the stew, and I did it with a Dutch oven. Have you guys ever had stew or made things in Dutch ovens?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's amazing. So I bought the Dutch oven just to do this. So that was like my goal of this camping trip was to make soup and to make stew actually. And but first I made biscuits inside there so that we'd have the biscuits to eat with the stew. C'est bon. And so I made the biscuits, and the way the Dutch oven works is you put coals underneath, and then you put coals on top, and it's actually the oven that people used in the like frontier times. That's what people used as an oven. Anyway, so I made this beef stew, and I must have made like 6 quarts of the stuff. And first, you have to do it very slowly. It was over like 4 hours, and I started with some bacon, and then we put in some stew meat. The only thing is, when people got a little, like once when you're cooking with a group of people, everybody puts their 2 cents in. They're like, well, I think you should lower it, raise it, lower it, put more coals underneath. So the meat got a little overdone, but oh my God, it was so good. And we had like 6 quarts of this stuff. And I thought, oh, how are we going to save this? It was gone in 20 minutes, completely gone. And the guy that was doing the vegan thing was like, I might have a little bit of that. Finished it. So that was a great soup memory. I mean, it truly was. We were out in the open. We were out by the Kern River up in the middle of California. And it was just absolutely gorgeous. We were surrounded by rocks. We had these big rocks that were behind us where our fireplace was. It was gorgeous.
That sounds lovely. I want that stew like right now.
Oh, it's so
I'll
good.
take a bowl. Whenever you get the chance, just send it my way.
Okay.
You
I'll
got
put it in an envelope.
freezing them and like sending them to local like farmers markets. I think this is a thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Why not?
For sure.
Well, as we know, we are great fans of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend here, and many of the great scenes of that show were shot at the beloved home base. So we need to know, firstly, what was your favorite scene to shoot at the home base? I think many of the scenes are quite ironic in just the layout of that establishment. But then also, if Heather were to put a new soup on the menu, what do you think would be greatly received by the wide age range of eaters at the home base?
That's tricky. Well, one of like what was my favorite scene to shoot in home base would probably be Love Is Not a Game, which was David Hull's song. And we all were dressed up in Guys and Dolls get-ups. That was super fun. That would have to be there were a lot of, we did a lot of fun stuff in there. I got dressed up as an aardvark, and I came to right? I was an aardvark, yeah. I came to home base. But didn't they change the name or something? I liked it when it was like a baseball place. And then Heather jazzed it up. I'm gonna tell you, she ruined it. She ruined it. I mean, she's lovely, and I love Heather, but geez, come on, that was it was like our hangout, and then it became all ritzy. I don't know. Now, what could she have done? What soup would she have put in there?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what she would have put in there, but I don't know that it would be like, it would be tea. She would put tea in there and say it's soup, because I think that's Tia's dream. Tia is dreaming of one day being soup, being hearty enough to be consumed with a spoon. But you got to drink it with the teacup. So that's what she'd do. She put something that had the dream of being more.
Yeah.
That was kind of inspiring. I'm not even.
Yeah, it's inspiring. I mean, Heather's inspiring. I mean, she's a wonderful character and she's inspiring, but the ruined home base.
she ruined home base.
Yeah, there's no reason to call it home base anymore. What, I don't even remember what they called it. But anyway,
should be like
changed so many things. But anyway, go ahead. So did I cover it?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
It was awesome.
I think that's a great idea for, another musical number, a tease, like I Want song.
Right.
They're hearty. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that.
It's a dream. It's a dream. You want to be, first, of course, you want to be coffee, because everybody loves coffee.
Right.
But then you want to, the ultimate dream is to be soup, because who doesn't want to be soup? Am I right?
Right.
So right. Nothing truer than that.
Right.
We want to ask you, before we move on to the next question, do we have your consent? Would you be okay with making the soup in the stash number? Is that something that interests you? Eric was talking about it earlier, and I figured we'll ask you if you would like to be involved in creating the soup.
Oh my God. I can't think of anything that would be more of an honor than being Eric's Soup in My Mustache song. If he writes it, I'll sing it.
Amazing.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, you heard it here first, for sure. I'll even whip it out on my ukulele.
That is amazing.
But Eric's got to write the song, because I know it's his baby. It's his dream. Yeah. It's what he wants to see happen. So,
Of course. It'll be a collaborative effort, for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we love your work in so many productions that you have been a part of, so many movies, films, TV shows. You are truly an inspiration in everything that you do. And we want to ask you, have you ever had any craft services soups on the set? And if so, which TV show or movie or film set had the best food / soups?
That's a funny question, because I think I can actually remember one. It's one of those things that they break out when it's cold. Mm-hmm. When it's really cold, they will break out either what was it? It was a little bit more. It was a little thicker than just a chicken noodle. It seemed like it was maybe there were dumplings in there. And I can't remember where that was. I remember I worked on a movie called Fun with Dick and Jane with Jim Carrey. And it went late. They started at 11 o'clock at night or something like that. It's something like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And we went until way late at night. And it was really cold out. And I think that's where we had that chicken dumpling soup. And it was so good. And it was really it's one of those things. It's like you get back in the mood, I always laughed at that, though, when people were like, oh, my God, it's so late or it's so cold. And I would always be like, where else do you want to be? We're on a movie set. Come on. But that would be my memory. That would be my memory of my best on-set soup.
Yes, absolutely. So now is the time of day where we're going to introduce our question and answer session. If you have any questions that are Soup and Pete Gardner adjacent, you leave them in the comments below, and we will try to answer as many as we can. This first one comes from Sam Vanna, who says, if you were to move across the country with a chance of spending the rest of your life with one soup, what soup would be perpetually your out-of-reach Josh?
So wait, what is it? What is it about the geographics?
So I think you're moving across the country, for a soup, but totally not for that soup. Totally not.
Oh, okay. I would probably travel across that's a great question. Whoever came up with that, that's really clever.
Sam Vanna.
Wow. Congratulations, Sam. I would say Manhattan clam chowder. I would have Manhattan clam chowder because it's its own thing. Everybody says, "Yo, you're gonna have the clam chowder." It's like, yeah, what about the Manhattan clam chowder? Nobody ever. Half people. I bet a lot of people don't even know there is such a thing. But Manhattan clam chowder, that it's much more robust and it's red. It's got it's like a tomato base, and it's oh my gosh, it's so good, and it's got a lot of interesting spices in there and usually nice chunks of clam. And so I would travel. That would be my. I think because you can't get that anywhere else.
Right.
It's like black raspberry ice cream. You can only get it in New England in the summertime.
Yeah.
But that's for an ice cream show.
This is not an ice cream show.
This is not an ice cream show, so I don't even know why I brought that up. But if there ever is an ice cream show, count me in.
We'll come from your way.
Yes.
Give me your contact. The next question comes from Abby Gluck, who says, you represent the bisexual community on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. If you had to choose a soup community to represent, what community would that be?
Soup community. I mean, I guess because I love the underdog, I would probably be rooting for tea to become soup. I would stick with that. I would stick. Those are my peeps. I also do love tea. I like a nice oolong and what's the other one? The gray Earl Grey. I like a nice Earl Grey, and I like any kind of breakfast tea. But I really like tea, and what I've discovered is that I could really get behind the tea community. I think that they would want me as their spokesperson because I really do believe in them and the possibility of them becoming soup. I mean, all you have to add is the crackers, like Eric said. Just add some crackers and be like, "Oh my God, it's a soup!"
Right.
But I would do that. Yeah, I love tea, but I like tea with milk and sugar, or milk and sugar, rather than like just straight up or with lemon or.
Yeah.
That's not my scene.
Yeah.
I'm more of a traditionalist, like the way the British would drink it.
Yeah.
I like that you got like this going on.
Course.
Like we're at like a poetry slam.
Soup Troupe poetry slam.
Yeah.
Soup is poetry.
You're right.
Soup is poetry. God, I said that yesterday. And I have a T-shirt that says that.
Good. This is what we like to see. We have one question left. Time for one question, and it comes from C. Hargrove, who says, on your website, there is a lovely mustache at the top of the page. If you could grow a soup mustache, which soup do you think would be a lovely addition to your face? Very question.
Wait, what? So it's like a milk mustache, but it's a soup mustache?
Essentially,
Yeah.
and it seems to be permanent.
It seems to be permanent. A lifelong stash.
But it would be permanent?
I think so.
Okay. I need to wrap my head around that question because I think there was a lot of thought put into that question, and I don't want to dismiss it as just another question.
Right.
I would say, is it borscht?
Yeah.
I think I would have a borscht soup mustache that would leave a purple mustache for all to see for the rest of my life. That would be like a purple tattoo above my lip. I would be so proud to carry that throughout life. I think that would just be, what a great question. I really think that was all the questions have been really good.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. The Q&A section is a blessing, truly.
Well, you've got great listeners.
We do.
Yes.
Or viewers.
Well, that is all the time we have for questions.
Oh my God, really?
Thank you
I
so
could go
much.
on and on.
Thank you so much for being with us. This was such a delight, such a dream come true. We're so happy to have you here. Be sure to catch Pete in American Psalm, which is a new movie coming out. It's going to be lovely. So thank you again for joining us. We're just so happy to have you here. See you soon.
Well, everyone,
guys. Thanks
please,
again.
Thank you. Well, we have to wish you a 1, 2, 3. We're
here for you.
Oh, and I for you.
Thank you.
Here's half of it. I'm holding my phone.
See you soon.
So we know that this was not quite enough, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, of the episode. There are some times in which these episodes can be quick, but others in which we really need to crown, a new title. And so here at Soup Troop, we are excited to welcome our new game. But first, we shall introduce our guests once more. So please welcome back Mr. Erick Lopez and Mr. Pete Gardner.
Woohoo! Oh my God! Extra time.
Amazing. So let's play a game. Who knows? Let's go for it. So this game is called Guess That Soup. Woohoo!
Sounds exciting.
How this game works is Danny and I are going to put 1 minute on the clock, and we are going to explain a soup to you, and whoever can guess the most soups in 1 minute wins the title of Crazy Ex Soup Friend.
Wow. That's something I'm going to put on my wall if I win it.
Yeah, Red Bull trophy there.
Oh, we'll send you a certificate and everything.
A certificate.
It'll be very
So you're going to describe ingredients, right?
We're going to give a little bit of a prompt about the soup, a little soup bio, if you will.
Uh-huh.
And you have a minute to guess as many soups as you can. First, we are going to be playing with Erick. So
good.
Erick, do you have any questions? Are you ready for this adventure?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Sure. I'm not ready, but I'm ready.
That's the spirit.
Erick Lopez, we're playing Guess That Soup. There is 1 minute on the clock, and away we soup. This first soup is a decadent soup that is usually served with bread pieces and a layer of melted cheese on top. Some would say it's oniony.
French onion dip? French onion dip.
French onion dip. Yes.
All right. This next soup is a spicy Mexican soup, and the main ingredient in the soup can be flour, corn, or come in strips on top.
Chicken tortilla soup?
Yes.
Yes. Tortilla soup, yeah.
Yes.
This next soup is an Italian soup of sorts that has lots of veggies and mini meatballs.
Minestrone? Is it minestrone or no?
Close. It's perfect for a marriage of flavors, if you will. It's served.
Marriage soup.
You're close.
You're so close.
Almost there. It's Italian.
Help me out.
And that is time. That is 1 minute. All right. So
congratulations, Erick. You're probably gonna win.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks.
You're probably gonna win. Because I don't know anything.
Italian wedding soup.
You were so close.
I did know that one.
Erick, you were so close, but that was amazing. Thank you so much.
The game is fixed.
All right, Pete, are you ready to embark on this journey of Guess That Soup?
Oh my God. Let's do this.
All right.
I've been training for this my whole life.
All right. Danny, when you're ready.
Okay. And now we have 1 minute on the clock. Okay. This soup is usually served when people are sick. It's known to have healing
Chicken noodle soup.
Yes.
This creamy soup is made with, little yellow vegetables. They come on a cob.
Corn chowder.
Yes.
Amazing. This soup is made with an expensive red crustacean, usually creamy and decadent. It's usually
lobster
expensive.
bisque.
Yes, amazing.
You're kidding me. Come on. This soup is made with small, spherical green veggies. Sometimes there's ham chunks in it. You have to you have to split the green veggies in half, they say.
Split pea soup.
Amazing. All right. This is a cold soup that originated in Spain. It's made with peppers and tomatoes. Served
Gazpacho.
cold. Yes.
And that's it. You did it. 47.
I wonder who won. Who won?
Oh my God.
I didn't know Pete knew so much about soup.
Oh my God. I've been studying since, I was born, waiting for this challenge.
Congratulations. You have won the title of Crazy Ex Soup Friend.
Woo! 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 Oh my God.
You've done it. How do you feel?
On top of the soup.
On top of the soup.
I feel like that dollop of cream that you put on top of borscht.
Oh, amazing.
Absolutely.
I'm just floating on soup right now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Erick, we're so sorry that
Oh, it's
you did
You're on a
amazing.
TV show. You're the new Magnum.
So technically, we are all winners here on
we're
Soup
all
Troop.
winners.
Yeah, everybody's a winner, and I'm here for you.
There it is. You know, Erick, maybe we'll
Partially.
bring you back. Maybe we'll bring you back, you know, when we have, you know, another Vincent Rodriguez or, you know, Rachel. We'll see, and then we'll give you another chance. You can study.
Getting a rematch.
Yes.
You can study. We'll send you a Quizlet. You can really
Thank you.
get your skills going.
Need to brush up on my soups.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. This episode was so much fun. I had a blast, and I hope you guys did too. And thank you for playing Guess That Soup with us.
Woo!
Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right, take care. Nice meeting you guys.
You as well. That was another wonderful 24th episode of Soup Troop Online. If you guys enjoyed this, you should like us and follow us on Instagram at Soup Troop Official. Like us on Facebook at Soup Troop Online, and subscribe and like this video down below.
We are so excited to be named the Broadway World Favorite Live Stream. You can read more about us at Soup Troop Online on BroadwayWorld.com. The link is in the description below.
We'd like to thank our sponsors at Brodo Broth Company. If you are looking for a broth and a coffee cup and you are in the Lower Manhattan area, that is the place for you. And if you're anywhere in the United States, you can get a shipment of frozen broth to your door from Brodo Broth right here in the heart of Manhattan. With that being said, my name is Danny.
And I'm Danny, and this has been Soup Troop Online. Everyone at home, join us in a 1, 2, 3. Have a super day.
Bye, guys.